people that white lives do matter because people are coming on my Twitter and on my YouTube. Do I've been blocking and reporting on people like I don't snitch. My defense of Kino Jimenez. Of course, I don't believe no adult should hit a child. Okay, most of y'all that bashing me believe in corporal punishment. I don't believe in hitting a child. You hit. If I don't have kids yet, but if you hit my child, it'll be a problem. Okay. However, it seemed to me, and this is I'm looking at Kino probably didn't think those guys were like teenagers because today's let's be real, majority of teenagers who are close to 18 do not look like teenagers. Okay, so they got into an argument. The camera clicked on when Kino threw the drink. Okay, in my video, did I say verbatim that I would like to see the whole video so we can see who's telling the truth? Would it be the white dude or either Kino? But people been saying that that white dude was saying racial stuff. You cannot go into an area and say racial stuff about somebody's race. Period. Okay. That's why I'm glad that I have a multiracial background. I was telling some idiot earlier that I'm glad that I have a multiracial. I'm glad that my background is black, French, Spanish, Creole, English, and American because I can't hate anybody. Yeah, I look mostly black, not pure black. Akon looks pure black. I'm lighter than Akon. Okay, I don't go by one drop rule and blood quantum and black and a dial mess. I'm not a Garvinism. I don't like white supremacy or black nationalism. I've been called a sellout and all. I can care. I'm my own person. Okay, I'm with the multiracial movement. The truth of the matter is, I'm glad that I have different ethnicities and races in my background, so I cannot hate anybody regardless of what I look like. It contributes to me being here. Okay, so thank God for giving me having Africans and Spaniards and French and Irish and English and Native in my roots. Whew, that's a beautiful background. Pornes. Y'all say it's mud race. Well, I'm proud to be mud race. Okay, I'm proud that my skin is not pale or dark chocolate. Okay, got dark. Anyways, get to the subject. So pornes. The truth of the matter is, okay, I don't condone anybody hitting a child. Okay, don't misinterpret my words. What I did not like the idea that this white dude was making racial slurs in the area, saying people go back to Africa and Mexico. And yes, y'all got offended when I say I have Native American roots. That's why for years you had the $5 Indian to black Native Americans back in the day, Trail Tears, when Andrew Jackson made that situation. And also, too, don't forget, you had blood quality and one drop rule. We don't have the one drop rule no more. So I do check more than one box, okay? And to tell me go back to Africa when part of my ancestors was already here. And I have a drop of your European in me too, okay? I'm very proud, and I don't have a hatred for white supremacy. White supremacy, have hatred. Well, white supremacy, of course. I don't have a hatred for my multiracial background that includes white hair, trying to say. Because when I was tracing my roots to England 2 years ago, on my foreground, who's a white Irish English woman, okay, who married a mulatto Creole on my foreground on my mom's side, I was happy, not the slavery part. Cause she wasn't. Maybe her family owned slaves. Yeah, but cause I have an ancestor who did own slaves. Yeah, but tracing before that, when it got to the English part, I'm related to Nathaniel Bacon. Okay, if anybody related to Sarah Bacon, Bug, and Samuel Bacon, those are my 10th or ninth great grandparents who are white. You know Bacon Rebellion. Remember way before that Charlottesville thug mess last year. Okay, back in the day, the reason I have race in class is because of Nathaniel Bacon. Okay, that's my long distance cousin. Okay, no wonder I talk about race in class a lot because I hate to have anything that's a stumbling block to my freedom. I say hate. Okay, anybody. It's not just white people. It's not just Hispanics who do this. It's also African people coming to me and telling me what my place is when Martin King fought for me to have freedom since 1964 when LBJ signed that bill, and there should be nobody in my circle telling me anything. Okay? So I do not hate white people. I check black, white, Hispanic, and Native American. That's my background. I don't have a full blown background. That's pure black. Okay? Or pure white, of course. So I don't look like a white person. Okay? I'm not making racist stuff, but I don't match the color of this thing. Okay? I'm proud that I have an admixture complexion. I'm very proud of my multiracial background. Okay, I'm proud that I have three homelands to if, wherever I go to. It would be Africa, North America here, or Europe. I don't condone racism. He should not have been saying racist stuff at the doggone water worker. Maybe it would not lead to the Kino doing that. Okay, if I came there and start cussing and making racist stuff to somebody's in their minding on business, it will cause tension, right? The power of the tongue. So maybe this that white dude Hunter, we're not saying about the purge, which makes you want to watch the movie if I ever get a chance to get the movie tickets or whatever, and saying racial stuff and wearing mega hat again. Okay, of course it's illegal to take someone's hat. Duh. But if you're using racial that to show racism, like one time when I was living in the East Side, there was a white dude and a white woman. And I wanted to tell the white dude because he was on the bus in a predominantly African, the scenic neighborhood, because we becoming all different shades and folks consider themselves black and so some folks was mixed like myself. And he had the Confederate flag there. This is back in 2011 and 10. Now they were from Baytown. The white woman and the white dude was cool with me, but but he would come out in the mostly African where they moved at and wear a Confederate flag. And I'm like, I wish I can tell this dude. Even my own grandma and dad said, like, I hope nobody do anything to him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, dude, do you know what that flag represents? It's like if I went to an area, of course, I should not be wearing no Nazi flag. But if I went to a synagogue where a bunch of Jews at, they would get offended, right? That's the same doggone thing. So I don't condone racism against white people or against. I mean, there'll be even though I don't look like a white person, it's in part of my roots. There'll be a hypocrisy on my end. Okay, so I'm proud of being black, white, native, and Hispanic. That's my background. No matter what I look like, it's not identity crisis because if it's my heritage and my ancestors, the reason why we're here is because of our ancestors, not based on someone's opinion on classification. You're going by opinion. If my background is not full blown anything, then I'm not full blown anything. And I don't want people to typecast me or tell me what my place supposed to be. Is I'm supposed to have freedom in the United States. So, yes, it's his freedom to wear a mega hat on. Go right ahead. I'm not gonna go to someone's table and spill drink and take their hat. Yes, Kino was wrong. But if it is true that he was making racial slurs about sending folks back to Africa and Mexico and stuff like that, it will cause tension. Duh. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, therefore, so all you white racist people come on my channel, I don't even want to be in the same pot with you. Let me let you know, people have accused me when I claim my multiracial background that includes white, that I'm kissing up. If you're a white racist person, I don't fuck with you. I'm gonna cuss here. I don't talk to you. I don't even want you near me, okay? If you're African American person being racist, I don't want you because you're trying to tell me what I'm supposed to believe like you God. If I want to sin and hate people, that's on my own conscience. No one doesn't tell me what I can and cannot. If I want to do right or wrong, that's the free will that God gave us a long time ago. Okay, that's why that we're not perfect people. Okay, because either those who do good are gonna do good for him or not. You want me to fake and say I hate somebody and actually and go against my conscience? No. If I'm doing something wrong, that's on me when I leave this world and meet my maker. That's for me to talk to God that I did wrong, not someone persuading me to do wrong. Okay? Because hate is hate, regardless what it comes from. Okay? But like I said before in my own videos, if I had to hate anybody, I would hate the whole planet. Because I have enemies of all colors. I have enemies who are Hispanic. I have enemies who are African American descent, whether we consider black or mixed. I have folks who are white who are enemies. I have folks in my own family who are enemies. Yes, my two parents are my enemies. Okay? Anybody who do any wrong to me is an enemy. So if I had to hate anybody on this earth, I would have to hate everybody on the planet based on the racial base because all types of people did me wrong. I don't trust people. You have to prove to be trustworthy to me. That's how I live by. I'm a loner. I stay alone. I isolate myself. I live in the hood. I'm afraid to come out the house. Duh. I'm not even from the ghetto, and I'm moving. I'm afraid to come. If I'm yes, it is people that's my shade and darker and lighter that has shared African DNA. So do you know how it feels? So I don't trust anybody. I don't trust white, black, brown, whatever, Asian, whatever. You have to prove that trustworthy to me. Okay? I've been burnt so many times about how many people hurt me to the point I almost took my life. So yes, and I almost, when I was in school, Columbine took my idea because guys, what color was, yes, a school shooting when I was getting bullied, whether it be African, Hispanic, that's it, white, whatever, did me wrong. I didn't feel safe. I thank God I didn't do that back in the early 80s and 90s, late 80s and 90s, excuse me, when I was in school, in grade school. But that's what I'm saying. I don't trust no human on this earth. You have to you have to prove to be trustworthy to me in order for me to trust you. Okay? So all about coming to my channel, you've been blocked. But don't say that I defend a person being abused because they're a child. How many times I said that anybody here my child would kill them? And I do mean that. I don't have kids now, I'm not married. But when I do have kids, you're not gonna put a hand on my child. I don't half y'all that's coming on my channel believe in corporal punishment. I don't believe in that mess. When I used to get hit, I want to fight back and retaliate. I don't believe your interpretation of the Bible. I know you distorting the scripture. I'm glad St. Peter letter in his book said that the people can distort scripture in the third chapter of the second letter. I'm glad I read that. Especially when it comes out of anger and evil tone. That is not from the Lord. I know when I act, it's not from the Lord. So truth of the matter is, in violence, because it said love is unconditional rule and injury in 13 Corinthians. Okay, so therefore, that St. Paul said. So point is, I don't believe in corporal punishment. Okay, but I don't condone what Kino did, but at the same time, that dude should never said stuff like go back to Africa and Mexico and we gonna kill people. He was saying that he wished he can do that. That's nothing to laugh about. At the end of the day, we're all humans. Okay? I also defended, not Trayvon, of course, defended Trayvon Martin, but Trayvon Johnson. Remember the brother that came in that house? He was 17 and white woman. Who I defend? The white woman. Because he asked, forgive me, cousin, his ass in a business in that woman's house, regardless. And it was Latino, police chief, I think he was Cuban, was trying to make that man, make that woman suffer the consequence because she shot that brother coming to the house. He was a 17-year-old close by his white dude age, and guess who I took sides? With the white woman. Because anybody came to my house that got a gun, I'm going to shoot the hell out of them. I don't care what their color is. Don't be coming to people's houses. Go ahead and get a job. And y'all like that video back in 2016. So I ain't changed a bit. So same thing with this white dude. He ain't no business in the public setting making racial stuff about somebody's color or race. At the end, that he comes from Europe genetically. Yes, part of me comes from Africa. Yes, part of me comes from Europe. Yes, part of me comes from North America. But at the end of the day, don't be telling nobody to go back to where they come from unless you know you have Native American roots. And nobody can tell me. I'm glad that thank God I have a Choctaw and other tribes in my family neighbor. I'm glad nobody can tell me to go back to there because I got all three races in me, baby, and I'm happy of it. I'm happy to be multiracial. I'm glad that my bloodline, scheme finance, is fucked up. I'm so glad of that. Okay? I'm glad. I don't want to be pure anything. I'm glad I didn't come out pale. I'm glad I didn't come out black ass tall. I'm glad. I ain't trying to feel I'm better than somebody, but y'all trying to use somebody's racial background and typecast people and tell them what to jump and say holla when we supposed to respect each other's freedom and mind your business. And yes, it wasn't fair to go on the table throw a drink at him, but he should not have been saying that out loud and making jokes about kicking folks back to Mexico and Africa and we want people killed. That's not right. Okay, because if it wasn't so true, why they making threats at the person who's working at the Waterburger and being fired and want to come out? Okay, y'all some white supremacists undercover. Like I say, if you because I have distant cousins when I do my research who are white, who are racist. Because one of my cousins who's Asian told me that who's adopted. Okay, I wouldn't even want to be in the same room with you, even if we are related or not. Okay, even if you have black DNA and look darker than me or my shade or lighter, and you had that mentality, no. Okay, I don't condone racism. Period. You know, I'm all about diversity and multiculturalism. And I'm glad that God made my heritage mixed up. So happy. Yes, I'm glad that it ain't pure anything. Okay, no matter what the degrees and measures of, I don't care. It's still not pure anything. So I'm proud of being a mongrel. I'm proud of being a mutt. I'm proud of being a mud race. I'm glad. I'm glad my parents do not have a pure black, pure anything, pure white, or anything mixed background. I'm glad. So therefore, saying that I'm hate white people, when I saw that I related to Theo Bacon, I was happy. He's a white man who went against the white slave masters, got the black. Hold on, let me tell you about my long distance white cousin. My long distance white cousin, Theo Bacon in Virginia, from England, who related to Sarah Bacon, Edmund Bacon, Captain Edmund Bacon is my 10th, 11th grandfather. Okay, so what happened was when white Indian servants, okay, was marrying, because Barack Obama mama is not a pure white woman. She's a descendant of the black man married a white Indian servant, okay? A black slave. The first black slave that came in Virginia. Okay. I'm glad Answer.com mentioned it on the video. Okay. So white Indian servants and black slaves used to marry each other. Okay? Even one of the sites talked about that, her ancestor, okay, was a white woman, and she got beaten of lashes from sleeping with a slave, but condition the mother, the children were free. So point is, the truth of the matter is, they came together and beat the white elite, okay, in Virginia, burned the Virginia Capitol down. My white cousin, did that, okay? And I'm happy to relate to the Bacon family that came from England to Virginia, okay? Because of that man. I talk about race and class all the time because people, not just white, okay, not just Hispanic or anybody, it's our so-called brothers and sisters in African descent who like to stump block someone's freedom. They not no trailblazing people. They like, oh, they remind me, and I was this show on Twitter. I ain't finished watching the Chano, but remember Samuel Jackson was mad at Jamie Foxx, Chano being free, and Leonardo DiCaprio was telling him to go, and he was mad. That nigga, this nigga. That's how many folks of African descent I have encountered, including those in my family, act. They don't want you to have no freedom. They want you to enjoy. They want to make sure you have anything and wish bad luck to happen to you if you don't have no freedom. These are not no freedom fighters. These are no Harriet Tubmans. These ain't no they're not what's it called Fair Douglas. There are some Aunt Mamas and Fitler from the movie Roots. They don't want to see someone happy. They cry to barrel them out if they light skinned dog, kinky curly hair or whatever. So when you see one thing about a problem, you gotta find the resource of the problem, the source of the problem, why it's had the root of the problem. And I do research on why I'm going through this, why I'm doing this, because I thought in 1964 I was supposed to have my freedom, and free at last, as Martin King said. Okay, but not only you have African white people, you have African descended people who pro-black. They not pro-black. You pro-black, people be pro-black for freedom. Who I'm gonna go ahead and let the secret be known, and I'm glad y'all coming. I know y'all working together. Let's go ahead and say this. Black identified people who are black nationalists along with white supremacists working together, because it's no different. 2000 was it last Monday? Last Monday? No, two Mondays ago. 2 Mondays ago was, of course, the anniversary of Michael Jackson's death. Okay, but that's the same day that Marcus Garvey um, and the Klan, Edward Young, um, Clark, had a meeting in 1922 in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay? And W. Du Bois, my hero, and Walter White from the NAACP warned people at African not to follow Garvey. Garvey thanked the Klan for segregation and Jim Crow, and also wanted the Ku Klux Klan to kill W. Du Bois and Walter White. Also, too, he didn't like the fact that, because in Jamaica they have colorism based on who's white or black, whatever. That the one drop rule here back in the day, and he didn't like the fact that it was folks lighter than him or whatever. He wanted to go back to Africa movement, okay? Which that's what I don't mind loving the black part, the African part of us, but at the same time, don't sit here preaching segregation more, and then let people on their own terms learn about Africa, okay? And I say before, if it wasn't for, and I blame both black and white involved, okay? If it wasn't for the African kings and white slave traders, this would not happen because y'all both was they were both was greedy, okay? And St. Paul said that the love of money is the root of all evil. That's true. So as you're sitting here thinking that I support, no, go back to such. So anyway, so the problem is, as you're trying to fight for freedom, you have so-called people who say they love their blackness, because if you love their blackness, you attract it with freedom, not with restraint. They will come and harass you, try to warn you, try to stun block you, try to act like the movie Roots with Fiddler, okay, when Kunta Kinte was trying to get out the plantation, okay? It wasn't always Master he had a problem with. It was a brother. And you have to find out the root why this is going on. Then also too, check this out. Your friends, the Ku Klux Klan, H.L. Hunt, who was a billionaire in Texas, Dallas, who orchestrated Kennedy get killed. Yes, I do believe he did. Paid the Nation of Islam to intimidate Martin King and those who in the community who believe in integration. Um, Malcolm X was killed not only by what's his name, J. Edgar Hoover, but in the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover had black ancestry. Let's call it like it is. But also too, the Klan was playing, which is H.L. Hunt was playing what's his name, Elijah Muhammad, and they was getting money. The money was not even given to the community. The money was given to them. And you notice that there's a book called in the Inside the Nation of Islam by Dr. Velvet L. White. Velvet L. He's a former Nation of Islam member. And when I read that book back in 2005 and 6, around that New Year time and Christmas, and when I was in Job Corps, because I bought it on was it Amazon or Barnes and Nobles? Okay, I bought it online. They came, UPS came to Job Corps and gave. Anyway, so I was reading through that book, and I read that even Gaddafi, which I met at Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama about this when he got killed, Gaddafi was giving money to Farrakhan. The money in the African American community was not even distributed. They were supposed to give their money to them, to the people in the African American community that he supposed to be helping. It went to him. So a lot of the people don't understand that, yeah, the ones who don't want us to have freedom within our own community are working with y'all. They're not my brothers and sisters, okay? Because they was, for me, they were orchestrating to provide a safe haven for freedom and equality and liberty, not restraint and bully like they the clan or the slave master. So at any time, like they say, oh, you don't like being black. Your idea of being black is being confined to control of having draw black blood and not having no freedom. That's what your definition is. So in your interpretation of praying proud being black, be like Mammy, with smile and happy being slave. That's not me. And I am proud of my black heritage. I'm also proud of my white and Native and Hispanic roots. I don't want to be your expectation, your object to anybody, whether it be from the white community, Hispanic, or the African American descendant community who are black nationalists, aka undercover slaves that love being slaves and want to intimidate other people who don't want to be slaves. The truth of the matter is, I'm for freedom. Okay? So don't sit here and come in here making statements that I support child abuse. Hell to no. But half of y'all support whipping kids. Half of y'all cannot critique me when you had Trayvon Martin get killed and you had a poacher who got African DNA in Peru. George Zimmerman, who African descent on his mama's side and white on his daddy's side, killed Trayvon Martin. You supported that. So don't get mad at Kino Jimenez put the drink at the dude if you support George Zimmerman, if you support many people who abuse kids. Okay? Your cops that abuse kids, killed Tamara Rogers. Have y'all was laughing about that. So don't get mad with Kino Jimenez when he defended people African and Hispanic in an argument. Yes, it was wrong to throw a drink and take a mega hat. Actually, I would never want that hat on my hand anyway. It's funny he took it, but I would not want it in my sight or in my house. I don't want that trash in my house, okay? It's like having a Confederate flag. So don't sit here and get mad at me because I spoke my opinion. Because in the end of the day, you see, for the freedom of speech, well, it's my freedom of speech in this Constitution that a black Native American man named Christopher Alex was the first one to get killed in Revolution or was fighting for someone like me to have freedom. Okay? Unlike these people over here talking about they ain't gonna celebrate 4th of July, I celebrate 4th of July. Even though I ain't had no chicken and no ribs, I still shouted out on social media how I wanted folks to remember Crispin X, who was black and Native American, part of my roots. Okay? Because let me understand, you can say you for this America. Not only those who are fully white, who's racist, are not the original people here, like Native Americans is in my DNA, okay? But point is, guess what? It took a black and Native American man, biracial man, to be the first one to be killed in the Revolutionary War. Not no pure. The white men who are pure got killed later on or got shot. So don't sit here and tell me I'm anti-American. I'm more American than half of y'all people. Okay? All right? Because not only that I have the American roots, it wasn't for African slaves, it would not be a rich America. Understand that? The African slaves, they were slaves, and it was wrong to dehumanize, because slavery, if you know your Bible, is an abomination. My African ancestors, mixed and pure, who were slaves, made this country rich. While lazy slave masters was not doing a damn thing. Actually, we're not doing nothing. Just making folks work for him. Didn't do nothing. So don't sit here and start making no comments about what I'm supposed to do and why I support and slander my name. Because at the end of the day, I don't believe in child abuse, but half y'all in southern state have corporate punishment available and then target minority children. Not only you beating white children, but you're targeting minority males, African descent, Hispanic, and American descent. So don't sit here and talk about, because if you had a white girl get patted by a person of color, you wouldn't play that game. So don't play that mess with me. Yes, you're right. I don't believe in cold punch. I don't believe no whoopings or none of that stuff. That's child abuse. Unlike some of these slave-minded folks of African descent who believe in that mess. I don't believe that mess. I know it's a false interpretation of the word of God. Okay? And y'all use the word of God to distort the scriptures. And one thing St. Peter said in the book, and I know I cursed and everything. Okay, but let God help. Y'all not God. White man don't make a God. Point is, let God help me alone. It says that people will distort scripture on destruction, therefore be on your guard and not follow your own stability. In that third chapter of St. Peter, okay, thank you, 15, 17, and there's a prophecy of personal interpretation of scripture in the first chapter, Second Peter, excuse me. Thank you. So don't sit here and play that game with me. See, unlike these other people who claim to be mean and more masculine, I stand up to you. Yes, I'm an uppity person. I don't plan to be, and I might be on with you either, but I don't plan to be in that because I never planned it in my life at all. Okay? I plan to have my own business. I plan to do something in my life more, way better, and I don't want to be no low wage slave to you. Okay? I don't look at white as God. Okay? Understand that. So I'm bold to tell you this, okay? Don't come on my channel talk about that I support child abuse because Kino was defending the right that we should not be hearing stuff like racist stuff, bad language like that. Actually, they should be considered under the we call it disorderly conduct on the white dude's fault, right? Being loud, talking bad about killing somebody. Of course, you have freedom of speech, but that's depending on the subject. Public plays and you're talking about sending Africans back to Africa, black people out to Africa, and sending folks back to Mexico, and making these racist stuff. That's what sparked the whole thing. Can he go outside of Whataburger and talk about that behind closed doors? It'd be more appropriate, right? Okay, well, I call it like it is. Okay? Because I know what Trump said. And no, I don't like Trump. Okay? I don't like Trump. Actually, Trump used to be on my roll. Actually, let me reveal that truth. Way before the Obama campaign, his 2 times elections, way before this. You know who used to be my role model besides Oprah Winfrey? And I'm looking at her crazy with the Monique situation, Tyler Perry. Donald Trump was my role model. Actually, I had a picture of him and Oprah in my job corps room in my college program in El Paso. Yes, and anyone that was there saw that picture of Donald Trump and Oprah Winfrey. Because my goal was to be a billionaire and not be poor. So don't sit here and talk about somebody want to be on the bottom. That is not my. I almost commit suicide for being on government assistance. So don't play that game with me. Okay? I don't have that. I might been a victim, but the victim mentality I have is to not to be a victim and always stand up for myself and also confront people who try to do anything to me. Okay? Stand up for myself. Yes, we all have fear, but we gotta work on not having that fear no more. So that's you keep talking about victim mentality and entitlement, blah blah blah. Okay? Don't come on my channel. I will block you continue to block you because it's stupid. You waste your time. You know, like my video, just don't watch it because it's not for you. The video is not for someone that's white supremacist and racist like you. Okay? Because at the end of the day, nobody God on this earth, none of these folks are African descent, white, Hispanic, nobody is God on this earth. And just because you're white does not make you God. Please get that in your head. All right? I don't have a Charles Cocock Jones mentality. If you know what I mean. Y'all know that book, how the registration of Negro, registration of Negroes. I actually have that book. So I know how y'all act. Okay? And I also have your DNA in me. I might don't look like you, okay? But I have your white DNA in me. And I know a lot about you. When I was reading about my white roots and everything else, and about the attitudes of white people, you know, not everybody's their own individual. But you know what I'm talking about? I know you by your fruit. And it's weird. I'm that spawn of the slave master that was mixed with black slaves. I'm the spawn of a white woman that married a mixed race black Creole who passed for white. Okay, I'm that mixed spawn of that, along with Native American DNA. Okay, understand that, and I acknowledge that. I'm that hybrid. Okay, that ancestral hybrid. Okay, so don't think that I'm sitting here that looking at you like I'm scared or something. Because at the end of the day, I have your DNA in me. If I have to look in the mirror and know that I don't look black as this thing, and look at this camera complexion, when I take my shirt off and see how lighter it is compared to the rest of my body because of the sun exposure, okay? Then I know, besides the Native American, because I don't have no hairy bodies, okay? Body, excuse me. I know that this lighter brown complexion that's not dark chocolate came from some mixing. Okay, so I have your gene pool in my mixed hair, so I don't have that problem. I don't have that problem. See that problem? I don't have that problem. Okay, understand, white racist people don't come on my channel. Okay, respect. You acting like do nothing and albino chimpanzees in Alawa come on my channel and making all these comments. Okay, if you were civilized, you would act the way you act. We all don't act civilized because we all human. Ever since the two people ate that fruit, if you know what I mean, and go out and eat it. But at the same time, if you think white superior, then act like you're superior as an acting intelligent on my channel, or don't come on my channel at all.